Eccentrics may provide the unusual, untried ideas that allow society and humanity to progress. That's what we're doing here. That's what we're doing here. We're here being self-sovereign individuals that allow society to progress.
I am the Eccentric CEO.
Peace and love, my fellow earthlings. Welcome back to another episode of the Eccentric CEO. Yes. Every day I'm so proud of myself that I record a YouTube video. I'm just like, it was such a journey. Oh my God. But anyway, I'm Kimora and I share tools for holistic empowerment so that you can be the best CEO of your experience on this planet. Today's video is going to be a little different because I'm going to really talk about what this channel means, why this channel is important, and why it's titled The Eccentric CEO. If you're young, if you're one of my yogis watching this, hi. I don't want you to allow society to tell you who you are. Too often as a Black person in this world, or a person with this color skin tone and darker, society wants to tell you who you're gonna be. They want to label you a statistic. They want to make you a teen mom. They want to make you somebody who suffers from high blood pressure, AIDS, heart disease, obesity, things like that. If you're a Black man, they want you to be dead by 25. Unfortunately, that's the world we live in. So my goal here is to provide these tools so that you can start to open your mind's eye and think outside the box and really create your own space in this world, because it is possible. I'm doing it every day. And I'm nowhere near where I want to be, but I do have tools that have gotten me out of situations, right? I've been in extreme situations in my life, mostly because I'm a life path 11 and we go through those things. Like, that's just how it is. We go through it. So I've accepted that, and I'm using my platform to share tools so that you can do better. Why is this channel called The Eccentric CEO? If you do not know, I am a health foods entrepreneur. I started my first company in 2016. Yes, CEOs are cool. It's cool to be a CEO. It's cool to be self-sovereign. That's the true meaning. You don't have to be a CEO to like this channel. You just want to have to be an autonomous person, eager to take charge of their life and create their own reality. For right now, I really want my viewership to understand, to really understand where I'm coming from. Generally, I'm here to help people advance themselves, self-develop, and really take charge of their life. So what does it mean to be the eccentric CEO? Eccentric, a lot of people will say it means crazy, weirdo, kooky, mystic, unconventional, slightly strange, not the status quo. A lot of words go into the word eccentric. But yes, the word eccentric definitely describes me. I want people to not be ashamed to share all the different versions of themselves, okay? So share the fact that you're an artist, athlete, activist, multidimensional being, because we are, aren't we? Exactly. Experiencing this earth suit. Hello. I always knew I was eccentric. I wrote my college essay on the fact that I was a nomad.
Loser.
Looking back, eccentric would have been the word I would have used, but I wrote nomad because I didn't really fit into any of the cliques at my high school. Not only was I a violist in the school orchestra and won the music award my senior year, but all conference in triple jump, all conference in high jump, all conference in the 800 meter. I made the Washington Post first team for the 800 meter. Oh, all conference in cross country too. So I was very athletic. I loved athletics, but I also loved dance. I was in the school dances. very into musical theater also. Was student government. I was vice president by election, vice president of the Black Student Union. Anyway, those are all ways that I'm eccentric. I also feel that you are all eccentric too in your own ways. My message is that I want you to not be afraid to not put yourself in a box. Hey, I'm an athlete. Oh, I'm an artist. You see, why can't we be both? Why can't I be both? I never understood why I had to choose what I was. This followed me into college when there was an artist cafeteria and an athlete cafeteria. For most of my time, I spent on the athlete side because I did run track and field in college. But my senior year, I wanted to do the musical because I had finished my bio major and was working on a theater minor. I wanted to take as many credits as I could because I knew that post-college I was gonna move to LA and be an actress. So I signed up for the musical. I made the musical out of everybody who auditioned, and it conflicted with my athletic schedule. Like, there was no reason for me not to be able to run track and field my senior spring and do the musical. My entire life has been a huge refusal to put myself in a box. And so people labeled me as weird, eccentric, odd. But was I? No, I just know a lot and I like to implement my knowledge.
Nerd!
Okay, anyway, this is an article I found from The Guardian. It's over 10 years old. Simply put, those who don't repress their inner nature in the struggle to conform suffer less stress. Consequently, they are happier and their immune systems work more efficiently. Overall, Weeks found that eccentrics tend to be optimistic people with a highly developed, mischievous sense of humor, childlike curiosity, and a drive to make the world a better place. They are also highly creative. That's me. Another thing, in 1859, the anti-slavery campaigner, women's rights advocate, and liberal MP John Stuart Mill wrote that so few dare to be eccentric marks the chief danger of the time. Mill particularly despised the sneering, curtain-twitching, self-elected arbiters of social conformity. For him, they were tyrants responsible for enslaving the soul. Instead, Mill saw eccentric behavior, so long as it harmed no one, not only a matter of personal freedom, but a boon to society. All right. Mill's eccentrics are the people who see problems from new and unexpected angles, whose very oddity allows them to conjure innovative solutions. They are the visionaries who make giant imaginative leaps. My overall goal is to make the world a better place by being my best self and encouraging you to do the same. So my channel is all about giving you the tools so that you can be your best self and show up in this world like you were meant to show up. Let me give you some examples of eccentrics that changed the world, okay? Tesla, Nikola Tesla. He was obsessed with 369, everything doing with sacred geometry and the Fibonacci sequence and all of those esoteric mathematical solutions he used to implement in his daily life. So before he went to a meeting, they say he used to always circle the block 3 times before he went in. Who knows how it happened or why he did that, but eccentric is and George Washington Carver. George Washington Carver made peanut butter the most consumed food item ever, probably, at least in my world, okay? What was he doing squishing peanuts? And I don't know, but he was very weird. You can go look it up. So what does it mean to be a CEO? What I mean by CEO is a self-sovereign individual, a chief executive officer of your life, the decision maker of your life. A lot of people in the society today are sheep. Facts. They go with the flow, they believe what the media tells them. They don't have that sixth sense, that intuition, that ding, that, oh, I understand, that gut feeling, that ancestral divine guidance. They're not utilizing those tools that everybody has, but you must develop them. They're not using these tools to really find out what is true. Therefore, they're living their lives as a sheep, following the crowd, following trends, hype beasts, hype this, following the hype. That's no way to live. Hype dies. You want to be on that eternal up, right? That's what we're here for. I want us all to not blindly follow. I want us all to take a stand for what we believe in. I want us all to really utilize the fact that we are divinely guided and protected. Staying independent, interdependent with your community. Heyo. And most importantly, knowing your true power, because that is the future. From one eccentric CEO to another, I hope this video helps somebody and help you guys learn a little bit more about what this channel is going to be about. Peace!